Good evening. Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News from Luna Lending. This just in from Summit County Coroner. The alleged car thief shot and killed by police in Silverthorne this Monday was 27-year-old Connor James Hart of Denver. Hart was reportedly armed and fired at least one shot before he was shot and killed by police. He was running from Summit Plaza Shopping Center toward the Exit 205 off-ramp and Highway 9. An anonymous election committee is endorsing 4, quote, independent candidates for school board. The unnamed committee sent a text message blast to thousands of numbers in the county this afternoon. It reads, "School leadership has failed our children. We can't fail them too." Endorsed in that text message are Jennifer Gonzalez, Danielle Surrett, Michael Atkinson, and Lee Sargent. The message does not include a paid-for disclaimer, which is required by state law for any endorsement that costs over $1,000. This week on the State of Summit.
I've been here 10 years, I have 4 jobs, and I don't qualify for any housing because my copper hours don't count for Frisco and my Frisco hours don't count for copper.
That was Alex Beach of Frisco from a recent town council meeting, calling out the confusion and, as he sees it, hypocrisy of deed-restricted housing.
If the town government is going to publicize, hey, these are our largest employers, we're going to put banners on Main Street to say, Frisco's, Copper's, village, these are our people, these are our employees, but then not allow them to qualify for our deed-restricted housing in town, I think is a travesty.
Most deed-restricted affordable housing here in Summit comes with 2 basic requirements, a work requirement and a residency requirement. But the devil is in the details. Frisco Town Manager Tom Fisher.
Sometimes those things don't jive with what this gentleman was saying the other evening.
Fisher believes it's time to exorcise those devils.
We need to constantly look at examples within our workforce and whether those are typical and whether we can figure out a way to adjust those deed restrictions to accommodate things like that.
Fisher sits on the board for the Summit Combined Housing Authority. The board oversees the authority, and the authority oversees all affordable housing, several thousand units countywide. But the authority today has no executive director. It churned through 4 of them in 3 years. 2 other employees also recently left.
We need to be clear on what it is the mission of the organization is, and clearly, within that agreement between the communities, how we're going to fund that and properly fund that.
The authority might be broken for the moment, but Fisher and other board members say it should not be disbanded.
This organization fulfills a very big purpose within our community. We want it to do more. We want it to be the face of housing and housing policy.
Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. Local fire danger remains low today, still with no fire restrictions. In local entertainment news, showing at the Riverwalk in Breck this Friday, it's Flying High Again. It's the newest snowboard film from Teton Gravity Research with a whole lot of big names you know, and a couple you will know after seeing this film. Tickets are $15 online or at the door. Again, that's this Friday at the Riverwalk Center in Breck. And in local sports, tomorrow, Thursday, Summit High Volleyball is playing Battle Mountain at home for senior night. Soccer's playing Steamboat on the road, and cross country will be running at regionals in Grand Junction. Coming up this weekend, it's the state mountain bike finals in Glenwood Springs. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.